Hey guys, this is Charlotte, and you're watching Going In Raw.
What's up, it's your girl Sasha Banks, legit boss, and you're watching Going In Raw. You like that?
What's up? This is the most must-see WWE superstar of all time and his lovely, gorgeous wife.
Marie.
And you are going in SmackDown Live.
This is the glorious one, Bobby Roode, and you're watching Going In Raw.
Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
Yeah, welcome back to Going In Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to right here at youtube.com/Steve and Larson, and available wherever fine podcasts can be found, including CastBox. We have a great relationship, a partnership, if you will, with CastBox right now. Be sure to check them out. Download it for free, iOS and Android devices.
Yeah.
Download CastBox. Go to Going In Raw. Hit subscribe. I'm like talked out. I just realized I have.
Oh, we did a lot of talking yesterday.
We did a lot of talking yesterday. You were running the show, the program, the Extreme Rules off your computer.
Oh, yeah.
While over on my rig.
Yeah, you were responsible for Super Chats.
I was reading
I've done
out
that before where I was
Super
Chat guy.
Yeah.
Wow. It is a lot of talking.
Yeah, man.
Adam Mayhem, our first Super Chat of the day. The champ is here and in the thumbnail. Congratulations, champ.
Hey-oh.
Well-deserved honor.
No, not at all. Garbage time. Anyways, so yeah, very exciting stuff. We're one day removed from Extreme Rules. We had some news that sort of came down the chute yesterday. Of course, we talked about it a little bit during live stream yesterday and a little bit during the Extreme Rules recap. Check that out right now. It's on our channel.
Yes.
But before we get into all that, of course, we're also available on the Friendo Market.
Yeah.
Woo! We're selling some shit, Larson. Woo-wee! That's right, friendomarket.com. We got all sorts of great stuff. And for today, where we've extended the Extreme Rules sale for the Slayest shirt and sticker pack. It's $25 through today. If you buy it during this live stream, I will read your name. For example, last night, after all was said and done, Simon Drucker decided to plunk down for a Slayest shirt. And this morning, Alexander Crutchen also did. So
nice.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's fantastic. So yeah, I'm kind of tired, but that's not going to stop me from talking about wrestling news.
Well, you know,
today,
Saturday night we both had a late night.
Yeah.
We're up probably early Sunday morning.
I was learning how to play Risk.
Yeah, I was surprised you never played Risk before. And this wasn't just any Risk. This was some new Legacy Risk. Legacy, which had different rules than standard Risk.
Yeah.
So we had to sit there for an hour and learn the new rules.
Yeah. It was cool, though. I liked it. I mean, I just like hanging out with people.
Yeah.
Having friends is a blessing.
It really is.
From Jesus himself. Anyways, so no, that was fun. Yeah, so we had a late night on Saturday. Sunday, of course, you know, you were here for like 8 hours, seemingly. From 3 until 10.
I was here from about 3:30 to about 9:30. Yeah, 6 hours.
Yeah. So, you know, but I'm not complaining. I'm just
No,
saying,
no, it's all good.
I'm just saying there's a little bit of fatigue that set in. So, yeah, I guess we'll just... Oh, yeah, before we get started, number one, I want to mention this. So really cool. So this is kind of a new policy I've decided. I think I've thrown it out there before, but nobody's really taken advantage of it. If you guys ever do a Raw, SmackDown, pay-per-view meetup where a couple friendos get together, you know, let us know. We will, if we catch it, you know, I mean, my DMs are always open, so if people want to hop in and say, hey, we got a friendo meetup going down.
But if you just tweet at either of us or the Going In Raw
generally, if you tweet at the
account,
real Going In Raw one, we'll catch it.
And we'll retweet.
And we'll try to arrange it. We'll try who else is doing
to get the word out that there's a meetup happening.
So there was a mini meetup last night between Dr. Hogwash and the Diddly Doodler.
And apparently James Ellsworth.
Here's the picture. So yeah, if you guys do it, take a picture. We'll put it on the show. So yeah, James Ellsworth apparently was at this friendo meetup. So that's kind of interesting. He's also apparently, as you see there, WWE champion.
Yeah.
So anyways, thanks to the friendos for getting together.
Yes, very much so.
And yeah, if anybody else wants to have a friendo meetup with James Ellsworth, you know, I'm sure it seems possible at this point.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, that's really cool.
You want to take some super chats real quick before we get started? Do you want to get to the news?
Yeah. No, as I want to get to talk about Hulk Hogan as fast as I can.
Oh gosh. Naheem Quaddlebaum, $2. Mayhem is top notch super best.
In all the bad ways. No, that's Dominic Dijakovic.
Yeah.
That's going to take some getting used to, man. That's going to take some getting used to.
Donovan Dijak was a good name. Mike Lucas, $10. Steve, favorite My Morning Jacket song. I'm recently getting into them and don't see why they get so much crap. They're really good. My favorite right now is One Big Holiday.
So here's
Thanks,
the thing.
friendos.
Everything up to, I would say, Z, their album
solid,
Z,
yeah.
is pretty solid. Their best album is by far the one where One Big Holiday's on. It still moves.
Yeah, that's a good album.
Oh man, it's fantastic.
Golden's
and then
really good.
Golden is fantastic.
And,
Master Plan is
Sing
great.
You songs.
I Will Sing You Songs.
Yeah, that's the song that got me into My Morning Jacket.
And then the albums prior to that are also really good. There's two of them. One of them sounds like a bunch of demos, but it's still really cool.
There's Tennessee Fire.
They sound like they recorded. There's a lot of reverb. Sounds like
they recorded it in an empty silo.
That's right. They actually do. I was going to say it sounds like it, but they actually do.
Yeah.
But then they say, and look, I'm not going to crap on anybody for getting away from what brought them to the dance necessarily, but I could not get into their albums after that. Like the next ones I kind of did. It's kind of like Pearl Jam. I kind of did. But then at a certain point, I was like, this is unlistenable.
Apparently, Jim James's most recent solo album is a bit of a return to form.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I might have to check
just
that
read
out
that.
then. I
haven't
think he
heard
did. I think he's going to be on Kimmel soon.
Oh, okay. The Real Flat Earther, Jeffrey Nguyen, $5. Happy birthday, Adam Mayhem, but you're still not my H champion.
My H champion.
He's everybody's H champion.
TD Lincor, $5. I'm officially challenging Adam Mayhem for that H championship. Hashtag Team Steve. Hashtag Real Friendo. Hashtag Tommy Dean. I think you got to get in line. He's got like a couple bookings lined up. So look, I'll say this. It's the H championship. Tommy Dean, I'm sure you're great, but I want top tier names. Walter, Dominic Dijakovic.
Well, he's in NXT.
Velveteen Dream.
NXT.
Jeff Cobb.
Okay.
We'll talk about him later.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns. I want top name guys for the H
Pretty sure
championship.
Roman Reigns isn't available.
Yeah. And Tim Burton, 5 pounds. Hey, guys, watching Extreme Rules and your reactions.
Awesome. Enjoy.
Oh, no.
Oh, wow.
Carmen Childers says, Dijakovicomania running wild, brother. Before we get to talking about Hulk Hogan awkwardly, we'll talk about Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
So, Larson, has he resigned yet?
I don't know. Fightful.com reported yesterday prior to Extreme Rules that, yes, Daniel Bryan and WWE had come to terms on a new 2-year contract saying, quote, the source, Ticket Drew, has broke a few stories recently confirmed the Bryan report in this tweet, and provided Fightful with the information saying that he'd signed a 2-year deal, and this was later clarified to reflect a 3-month extension with 2 years on the table. I don't know what that means. But after Extreme Rules, Meltzer was short, to the point, said this, quote, Daniel Bryan hasn't signed. Nothing has changed. But...
Why'd you read that like John Cena?
I don't know. Given Daniel Bryan's comments in a recent interview with the Business Times, it seems like he is inclined to stay with the WWE, saying, quote, the wrestling world is an interesting world right now, but I love working with WWE, and my wife is a part of WWE, and so there's a good chance I'll re-sign.
By the way, real quick, Michael Newman, a new Slayist shirt order placed.
I mean, this is what I think everybody's expectations are, that they'll find a way to come to terms.
Yeah.
I don't think WWE wants Daniel Bryan to go out to New Japan, to Ring of Honor, to the Indies, and be a huge draw there.
Yeah.
So for no other reason, they'll sign him to keep him with the company.
Yeah.
Add to the fact that he's great. He's incredibly over. He's one of the best wrestlers in the entire world.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, they better re-sign him. They better give him whatever he wants.
Yeah, I would think so. I mean, the worst thing that could happen for them is him to show up. Like, what if they pushed All In to like 10 o'clock start time? Midnight hits. He knows contractually he is completely in the clear because there was some ambiguity. I'm sure.
Well, he cleared it up. He said his contract expires September 1st.
So, yeah, but is he okay? So on September 1st at noon,
yeah, okay. I guess
where can he be?
I understand your point.
Because even he was saying, I'm not exactly sure if it's expired on that date,
or that's the last day.
Does that mean that's the last day of the contract? So, but September 2nd, he's free and clear regardless. So if he showed up at midnight at All In, that'd be a buzzworthy thing.
Oh yeah,
that'd be a super buzzworthy thing.
Or at least if he showed up at StarCast the next day.
Yeah, exactly. Is there a StarCast on Sunday?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Till 3.
Oh, nice. So yeah, they don't want him doing that. They don't want him showing up at Wrestle Kingdom or whatever. So, yeah, I mean, that's, I mean, nobody's going to be big enough to compete with the WWE anytime soon, but I'm sure the WWE doesn't want anybody chipping away slowly and slowly and slowly at, what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently, look, I got this. Hold on. I kind of want to check. I want to fact check this before I say it. But Pop TV Impact. What are you typing over there?
And someone says,
What's up?
They're as far as Jericho had an announcement as far as who he was going to be facing on the Jericho cruise.
Oh, right on.
So I was trying to see what that information was.
Yeah.
Someone mentioned it's going to be Alpha Club versus Bullet Club.
Oh, that's fun. Wait, aren't the Young Bucks part of Alpha Club?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. See how that goes down.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I doubt the WWE wants him going anywhere, and I don't think it'd be, I think it would interest everybody for him to stay.
Yes.
So, yeah. Anything else to add to Daniel Bryan? And
No, I hope he stays.
There's
all sorts of matches that we have yet to get. Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles, a full match. We saw part of it on SmackDown, but we didn't get the whole thing. We haven't seen
Nakamura.
We haven't seen that period.
That'd be a great first title for him, Daniel Bryan. In terms of now that he's back, the U.S. title, you want to make that into something big. You want to elevate that to like Intercontinental status where it's main eventing shows. Put it on Daniel Bryan.
Exactly.
Because evidently they never want the WWE title to main event any shows.
Yeah, no, that's weird.
Which is weird.
Okay, he hasn't announced it yet.
All right, well,
So
don't
I don't know
worry
where
about
this
it
Alpha
Talk
Club
about it
versus
on
Bullet
Friday.
Club thing is being announced.
Have you watched any of the G1 yet?
No, I obviously want to. I've heard Jay White's been putting on a star-making performance.
Ooh.
Based on the recaps I've read.
Yeah.
So it's definitely on my agenda. Just haven't had time to do it yet.
So I didn't notice anything.
Maybe later in the week.
I didn't notice anything at Extreme Rules last night that would indicate one way or the other if Daniel Bryan, storyline-wise, that would indicate, oh, yeah, we've re-signed him, so we're going to set him down this path. It seemed like it would have gone down the way it went down last night regardless.
Yeah. Well, I think the larger issue was not so much Daniel Bryan's contract situation, but Kane getting hurt.
Yeah.
Apparently the beatdown he suffered at the hands of Bludgeon Brothers Extreme Rules was a cover for a real injury.
So I wonder if he didn't have that real injury.
If things might have changed.
If the original plan was to have Miz interfere.
Miz was at someone pointed this out in the comments of our recap that Miz is in Washington, D.C. right now. I don't know if he was there yesterday, but he is today. I think because the celebrity softball game is today because they're having their all-star festivities for Major League Baseball. So you got the home run derby, celebrity softball game.
Yeah, but if they needed the Miz,
Pittsburgh,
he would have been there.
Pittsburgh's probably a 2-hour flight.
Yeah, exactly.
From D.C.
Yeah, so he would have been there if they needed him.
Yeah, he could have been.
I guess you can maybe think to yourself, well, maybe they want to save Daniel Miz for WrestleMania. Maybe they want to do that instead because everybody knows that this is hot. Instead of going directly to SummerSlam with it. So maybe if he wasn't going to re-sign, maybe the Miz would interfere last night and they would set that up directly for SummerSlam for Daniel Bryan to lose. So I don't know, but that's a reach. I think that's a total reach. They probably just did it because Kane got injured and they can save the Miz for whatever. We have 6 weeks till SummerSlam.
Oh, here you go. New Being the Elite, 27 minutes ago. In the thumbnail, you have the Young Bucks and Chris Jericho on one side, and you have Kenny Omega, Cody, and Marty Scurll on the other side of the thumbnail. So maybe that's going to be the match for the cruise. I don't know. Jericho hasn't made a formal announcement about it on his Twitter as of yet.
All right. Well, there you go.
Let's get some super chats. Alto, instead of reactions, would you guys be open to doing commentary during pay-per-view shows? He would mute his TV and hear you guys do play-by-play. There's two issues with that potentially. One, the super chat thing would be hard to work into the commentary of the show. Two, it's a lot of talking.
It's a lot of talking. We're not good. We're not experienced play-by-play guys.
No.
And also, sometimes commentary in WWE, they tell us things that we need to know.
Yeah.
And sometimes commentary is pretty good. I like pretty much everybody at commentary these days. So their commentary sort of adds for us.
Yeah. Adam Mayhem, $2. F no to Walter, he says.
Well, you know what, man? I want to make that happen. King Drew, $5. Watch the new Being the Elite. Alpha Club versus Bullet Club has been confirmed for the Jericho Cruise, and it's hilarious as well. I know I'm like 2 behind now.
I know.
Actually, I'm a lot behind.
I'm really way behind.
Yeah.
Carl the Swifty, $2. Metalcore music, yay or nay? I don't know what that is.
I'd say yay, man. If people out there like it, then yay. I personally don't really. I mean, I can speculate in my head what it probably sounds like.
So, according to Wikipedia, metalcore is a fusion genre combining elements of extreme metal and hardcore punk. Among other styles blending metal and hardcore, such as crust punk and grindcore.
Crust punk and grindcore.
Metalcore is noted for its use of breakdowns, which are slow, intense passages, and conducive to moshing.
Load up a freaking metalcore song.
We'll do that later.
Okay. Do it for lunch. We'll listen to some metalcore at lunch.
And we'll give you an answer. Carl.
Carl.
Spotfest. Go ahead.
$5. He says, hey, Larson, you're not Discord champ. I'm Discord champ. I'm me. You're not me. And I'm big money. One love and post. All of that Discord crew.
I'm still in play. I'm only like 6 points from the lead. So
Discord club, I feel like, are... What were the name of like the villains from like Fantastic Four or X-Men where they live underground?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
What were they called? I forget. But they're
I
them.
don't remember.
That's what Discord Club is to me. They're like the underground.
All right.
It's like a pack of weirdos.
Scott Weston, 5 pounds. G1 has been insane. Suzuki versus Tanahashi and Omega versus Naito, best matches so far. Elgin versus Evil was also brilliant. Keep it real.
Everything is evil. Speaking of which, let's talk about Hulk Hogan. He has been reinstated to the WWE's Hall of Fame. Yeah, prepare for some awkward talk, people. So, yesterday, WWE announced after 3 years, he is being reinstated to the Hall of Fame. Their official statement reads as follows. After a 3-year suspension, Hulk Hogan has been reinstated in the WWE Hall of Fame. This second chance follows Hogan's numerous public apologies and volunteering to work with young people, whereas he is helping them learn from his mistake. Mistake's not in quotation marks. I added that. These efforts led to a recent induction into the Boys and Girls Club of America Alumni Hall of Fame. This obviously follows, as you guys know, he was suspended after he was being caught on tape saying a bunch of awful racist stuff, which could hardly be considered a simple mistake, nor could it be considered simply something stupid that he said. This goes way beyond that.
Yeah.
He was also reportedly backstage at Extreme Rules, as reported by Wrestling Observer. Says this. After the company announced, he has sort of a breakdown of the entire thing. He begins with the Hogan sent out a tweet after he met with the WWE roster backstage at Extreme Rules, and he said, just met with the WWE superstars, and on all levels, the volume of love and support was overwhelming. I've been praying for this day, and I finally feel like I made it back home. Only love for the WWE Universe, brother. Hulk Hogan. Dave Meltzer also noted that Hogan apologized to everyone in the locker room for the racist rant that led Hogan to being fired from WWE in July of 2015. Meltzer added that there were wrestlers cheering for Hogan and congratulating and hugging him. PW Insider first reported the details of Hogan's apology. They wrote that Hogan reminded everyone to always think about what they're saying, and that in today's day and age, they have to remember that there are always cameras everywhere, and they can be recorded even when they don't realize they are. A very important takeaway, I would say, showing some true development of character there for Hulk Hogan. PW Insider added some details, though. Hogan spent a long time apologizing. This is according to several WWE sources who were present. Hogan spent a long time apologizing for what he said and for hurting others and embarrassing the company with his comments. Hogan then took time to remember what I just said about, there's always cameras around. We are told, this is from PW Insider, we are told talents gave Hogan a big reaction at the end, and a number of them were shaking his hand and hugging him at the end of the meeting, with Hogan getting very emotional. Apparently, according to WrestlingNews.co, he will not be in attendance for Raw tonight. Hogan is yet to sign a new contract with WWE, but the belief is that a deal will be reached eventually where he will resume his duties as an ambassador with some special appearances on WWE TV. And obviously, he's not going to be wrestling because he's 64 years old.
And he's got a bad back.
And yeah, he's. But somebody on Twitter today said that I don't think we have to worry about him like wrestling because, like, literally, if he takes a bump, he'll probably just crumble. He'll be like, whoosh. So
we talked about this a bit yesterday before we started today. It feels like this is WWE's first step, an attempt to bring him back. This is the trial balloon. Let's make this announcement, reinstate him, see what the public reaction is.
Yeah.
And then
Hall of Fame is a giant sham anyway, so it's not. Here's the funny thing about, like, when they take him out of the Hall of Fame is, so it's like I wonder if they're gonna have to rethink this next time this happens, and something else is gonna happen. No, I'm talking about with Hogan, with like somebody's gonna get suspended for saying something. When you take somebody out of the Hall of Fame, at some point you're gonna have to put them back in, and at one point you're gonna have to like acknowledge them again, I guess. I don't know, or maybe not. I mean, they just could have perpetually kept him out. It's a sham Hall of Fame. It doesn't matter. It's Vince's whims.
exactly.
And so that aspect of things don't matter. I'm sorry, you were going to say
Oh,
something.
anyways, but then I get this feeling that these reports that they shot this meeting for some sort of WWE special is like they're going to frame this as Hogan's redemption. And I have the feeling the thesis of that is going to be Hogan enters the WWE locker room, apologizes. The way they'll probably cut it is that everybody, they'll make it seem like the locker room has accepted him back. And they'll, by extension, they might try to put forth the idea that, well, his fellow wrestlers have accepted him. Now everybody else should.
Yeah, now all you people, the universe should do that too, because, So I don't know, and I don't know how shameless it's gonna be. I don't know how.
Well, I mean, it feels already very calculated.
Yeah, right. You got a bunch of cameras. It's not like, I don't know.
Nothing about it seems terribly genuine.
No, it doesn't. Like I tweeted, I'm sort of done with my conversations about it. Like I tweeted out my own thoughts about it yesterday, and I got a lot of feedback, of a wide range of feedback, and I respect everybody's opinion. I just think that the line of defense. Well, everybody says something stupid in their life. You want this guy's career to be torpedoed. Well, we live in the real world where consequences matter. Number one, Hogan's not destitute. He's got lots of money. Yeah. I'm not sure how much of that he had to kick over to his, the guy who funded his lawsuit.
Oh, I don't know either, but still, he's got plenty of money.
He's got plenty of money. I've seen his Instagram account. He's not hurting. This seems, honestly, it feels like a Vince thing. It feels like kind of like the Fabulous Moolah thing, It just feels like a Vince thing. Hogan was sort of the foundation of the WWF in the 80s, and he wanted to make sure that was all settled. I just don't think it's a very good. I honestly just don't think it's a very good business move.
No, it's not.
Like, regardless of what your feelings are about what happened, I don't think it's a very good business move.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, nobody. Look, here's the thing. I watch wrestling. Like Alabama's only 3 years old. I'll put it on. I'll say, hey, I want to watch some wrestling, and she's like, oh, you want to watch wrestling? Cool. And so we'll put it on, and she, gets a kick out of it. She didn't really watch it that much or anything. But when she's like 10 years old, I don't want to have to. If she were like 6 or 7 years older than she is now, that would suck having to explain to her if he does come out and after whatever they're filming has been filmed, and they're gonna wheel him back out there, and he limps out and he gives his weird apology to the WWE universe and thanks for accepting me again, and people might be chanting awkward things, and it's just the entire scene's gonna be awkward, and then I'll have to look at my kid and be like, now I have to explain to you why this is happening, assuming I'm trying to bring up a wrestling fan in my house, God, I could, if I was like an African-American man who has a child in the same scenario, how do you even begin to explain that? Why would the WWE care about like bringing this guy out again? I can't believe it would do anything positive for their business.
I know.
They just scored a $500 million TV deal. Is this just
Vince being stubborn?
I guess. I don't know.
But then I was reading today that he wasn't even he wasn't at Extreme Rules. He wasn't there for the show. He wasn't in gorilla position.
Oh, he was just there beforehand?
Oh, I don't know if he was there at all. But he wasn't at gorilla for the show.
Oh, for the show. But where was the backstage thing apology?
Oh, at the arena.
At the arena. Okay, yeah. Oh, right, yeah. So you're saying he wasn't there when like the show kicked off?
Yeah, yeah. But I don't know if he was there at all. That's what I don't know. I just read a report that he wasn't at gorilla position for the show last night.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah.
So maybe he was. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I never expected him to come out last night.
No,
that would have been shocking.
Oh yeah,
because it's like that's soon.
Oh yeah. I mean, all this feels soon.
Yeah, I know.
It still feels like there's several measures that should be done, before anyone would even contemplate this happening.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I just business wise, I just don't think it's wise.
Yeah, I mean, because we've seen on both our Twitters, we've seen people instantly react harshly against this. Our friend Robert Stack saying that he was done.
Yeah, I've seen several people on my Twitter feed say, yeah, I'm pretty much canceling my subscription right now. And it's like, dude, what do you expect the people in the locker room? And granted, they're all, Booker T has said, no, I don't think the dude's racist. Plenty of people have come out and said, I don't think the dude's racist. That's fine. But like, the people who are there now, I mean, what do you expect them to do? Say boo? Like, it's Hulk Hogan. This is obviously Vince McMahon, your boss, setting this up. What do we expect them all to just like actually, betray their real feelings? No, this is their job. This is their livelihood. They make a ton of money. Of course, they're going to be like, oh, cool. Awesome. He's back. I mean, if they're cool with it, fine. That's good. Good for them. Everybody's allowed to have their thing. I'm just expressing my opinion.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know, man. It makes me feel awkward. I don't like talking about it.
Yeah, same here.
And that's the main thing. That's sort of my central point is as a consumer of their product.
Yes.
Right? I now associate him with all that bullshit. And when I see him, I think of that.
Take away from your enjoyment of the product.
And it takes away from my enjoyment of the product. That's simply me speaking as a consumer of the product.
Yeah.
So if there are enough people out there who feel the same way, then I think it's probably a bad idea to do this.
Yep.
But like I said, it's the Hall of Fame. It's kind of a sham. It's probably a trial balloon. They're probably shooting this thing. Who knows if they're ever actually going to use it because of the backlash is big enough. And the real thing that's going to matter is the sponsors.
Yep.
Yeah,
sponsors threaten to pull their sponsorships, then this will be the end of it.
Yeah. So, anyways, I'm done talking about it. I'm not huge on it. Don't like it, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it was disappointing to hear.
WWE's they always insist on like every step forward they make. That's like a good step forward. They seem to like want to stumble as much as they want to make a proper step forward. You know? And it's disappointing.
It is,
to say the least.
It really is.
Got some more super chats here. Let's see here.
Oh, W.S. Fletcher. $20. Only one thing on Hogan. He told me simply he hates me. I don't hate people's decision to side with him and accept his apology. I'm more annoyed by people's thinking because they decide to accept him. We all have to forgive.
Lord owes the king $10. I don't get the draw for Hogan other than pleasing a small percentage of his fan base. I definitely don't need to see his boring "let me tell you something, brother" ass on TV.
No, he's going to add, if he returns to our television screens, he's going to add nothing to the product.
Nothing to the product, man.
Nothing.
That's nothing. Austin Luff feels that Hogan deserves a second chance. KTSLP $5 says, why doesn't Raw and SmackDown do trades throughout the year to freshen things up for superstars who don't have much going on?
Well, I mean, it seems like after every major pay-per-view, they kind of do a little bit of a shakeup.
Yeah.
I mean, the main one is after Mania.
But after SummerSlam, we saw it last year.
Yeah, we'll see a couple talent exchanges.
We saw some call-ups. And then every once in a while, storyline-wise, they'll justify it.
Yeah.
Didn't they do Jason Jordan was mid-season?
Yeah.
Let's see here. High-Res Hero, $5. What's going to happen first? Hogan being accepted by the crowd for his racist statements, or Hogan or Roman getting over. Well, that's going to be the interesting thing, is how he does in front of a live audience, assuming that day ever comes.
I know.
And it might not.
It might not. It might not. Samuel Cruz, $5. Would you see an angle between DX, NWO, and the Bullet Club if booked correctly? Like two of those factions members consist of a lot of old people.
Yes.
So
a lot of bad knees there.
Probably not. Probably wouldn't be that captivating.
Yeah.
Now, if we're saying like, in some dimension where everybody is in their prime.
Oh, sure,
amongst
like
those
a
factions.
nexus of time and
Something,
space.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? Sure.
Yeah. Although Nash and Hall checked out pretty quickly.
Oh, yeah.
So I think Bullet
Probably
Club.
when like their third check arrived.
Exactly. They thought they
You
looked
realize
at
they get
thought-
paid the same whether they like were fully invested or not.
Yeah. They're like, does this paycheck really make me happy? Alto, $5. He says, follow Alto on Instagram at Eddie _WWE EDDY. Alto's the best, man. He gave us the big gold title over there.
Yep. RTGTZ, $5. What do you guys think of a triple threat intercontinental title match at SummerSlam? Ziggler versus Rollins versus Balor. I kind of feel like at this point, just inserting Balor in there, it would just feel like they're trying to give him something to do.
I'd be okay with it though.
No, it'd be a good match.
Yeah.
But it would just feel like, oh, we're going to insert Balor in here because we got nothing else for him.
But
Where he hasn't really been involved in the storyline directly at all.
Well, there's 6 weeks, and if it ends with him having the title, I'd be totally fine with
Oh,
it.
yeah, I mean, that'll be good. I'm just saying, Ronan Leonard, $5. I really hope we don't have to see Hogan every week by hoping to see Hulk Hogan versus the big dog at Mania 35 for Universal Championship.
No,
No.
Christian 29D, DX, NWO, Bullet Club, etc., just to get Roman over. There you go. Buy Bullet Club just to try to get Roman over.
Yeah.
Hey, but you know what?
What?
Last night I think was a good first step in getting him over.
Yeah.
He lost cleanly to a guy, and the crowd cheered that.
It was a decent match.
Maybe the pressure's off.
Yeah, it could be.
They have till. Here's the thing. They probably have till WrestleMania.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I know.
They have until next WrestleMania.
Here, let's get to one story, and we'll go back to Super Chats real quick. We got to take a moment to recognize a very important day in the Going in Raw universe, and that day is the birthday of our H champion, Adam Mayhem. Today is his birthday. Happy birthday, champ. Couldn't be happier that our H champion is Adam Mayhem. Fantastic showing at Clash at the Village 3. A worthy holder of the H title and a true representative of Going in Raw in the wrestling world. That's all I have to say. Steve, would you like to add anything?
No, I don't.
You know, I see the Adam Mayhem sign over there that's saying he's banned. We made a deal that needs to be. He's not banned anymore from the office. You need to destroy that sign.
Yeah, no, I'll put it somewhere. Shove it straight up your ass.
Don't really appreciate that, Steve.
Happy birthday, Adam Mayhem.
Happy birthday, champ.
Not my H champion.
Everybody's H champion.
Hey, you know what? I have
What?
a great idea. No, this is a great idea. For his birthday, how about let's book him, Walter? Let's put our money together. Let's book him, Walter.
I feel like Adam Mayhem has the talent to best even the finest competition in the world. So fine, sure.
Could you imagine that H title around the waist, the lovely German waist of Walter? Oh, man.
Adam Mayhem's going to have a Bruno-esque reign, man.
All caps.
Bruno-esque reign.
Isn't Adam Mayhem like in his early 50s? How can he have a Bruno-esque reign? I'm sure he's like too old to do that at this point.
Nah.
Probably.
Nah.
Son of a bitch.
Anyways, we got some business to attend to. Steve, please.
Oh, yeah, man. Before we move on, today's episode of Going in Raw is sponsored by 4hims.com.
Yeah, Steve, I don't know if you've noticed, but this hair up here is getting a little thin.
Yeah, you, Adam Mayhem, I noticed both of you guys. Anyways, but you guys aren't alone. 66% of men start losing their hair by the age of 35. And the problem is, once you notice hair loss, it's too late. But thankfully, there is a solution. 4hims.com. They've got everything men need for hair loss, skincare, and sexual wellness.
Thanks to science, baldness can be optional.
Thanks, science.
Hims connects you with real doctors and medical-grade solutions to deal with your hair loss.
Skip the awkward doctor visits and waiting rooms and save time by going to 4hims.com. Just answer a few questions and a doctor will review your order and ship products directly to your door.
4hims.com offers well-known generic equivalents of brand name prescriptions that will help you and us keep your hair. And right now, while supplies last, listeners of Going in Raw can get a 1-month trial of Hims for just $5. Check out the website for complete details. This would cost you hundreds of dollars if you went to the doctor or pharmacy.
Yeah, go to 4hims.com/GIR. That's FORHIMS.com/GIR. 4hims.com/GIR. GIR. Thank you very much for hims.com
Yes.
for the sponsorship of Going In Raw.
Thank you very much. Back to the Super Chats. Michael Dew, $2. Batista, thumbs down gift, this whole Hogan thing.
Trey Saunders, $5. Just got back from the gym. Chest day was real.
Ooh.
Says he's about to blaze and chill. Hopefully I didn't miss much in the live stream. And F, Hulk Hogan. Man, what a day. Did chest day.
I
He's
did
about
chest
to
day, too.
freaking smoke, get high, and chill.
Yeah.
That's a Monday right there, man.
Yeah, I did chest day today, too.
Yeah.
It felt great. W.S. Fletcher, $10. Thank you, Steve. Yes to everything you said is correct, and I am probably done. You guys still have me for 4 lights. I am just disappointed and hurt.
Hey, man, there's still a company out there called New Japan Pro
Exactly.
Wrestling. Yeah.
Put on the best wrestling in the whole world.
Alex Ramirez, $2. Says, I am personally ashamed of watching WWE. Your boy Will said for $3, just wanted to say hi, friendos. Let's see here. Gary Smith, $2. Burrito bowls, yay or nay? Oh, yay.
Wait, who was that?
Gary Smith, $2.
Why is that one not showing up on my thing?
That's weird. Your boy
Oh,
Will.
you skipped a bunch. That's why.
Oh, did it? You know, there's hardly a thing here.
All right, Trey Saunders, $5. WrestleMania 18, Rock versus Hogan in hindsight now is also a look at how a wrestler should act outside of the ring in The Rock and how you should not. Hogan.
The Rock is the best, man. The Rock is he's the best. Keith Roberts, $10. As a black man, I have no problem with Hogan back in WWE in a backstage role, but I do not want to see him in front of a crowd getting long welcome back and you deserve a chance, which he will get. Oof, that's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
Your boy Will, $2, then chips in with sexual wellness. Then Gary Smith wants to know, burrito bowls, yay or nay?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yay.
Yeah.
Man, can't get enough of the burrito bowl.
Yeah.
Eternal Blue, he says for $10, says many of Chris Benoit's coworkers like X-Pac, Sandman, Kevin Nash, and many others have forgiven him for committing the ultimate evil. Should he be forgiven? No. So why Hogan? That's a pretty loaded statement there, which I'm probably not going to touch because it's too much, man.
Yeah.
You start talking about people killing people, and then I'm not. What do they do when you the dealer's out?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm doing that.
Non-stop player, $3. Sorry, but Adam Mayhem isn't the guy.
That's coming. Yeah, you're committing the same evil that Vince McMahon commits.
What?
On a daily basis. You're just trying to make Adam Mayhem the guy without recognizing all his shortcomings.
No, Adam Mayhem made his way up to the main event organically. He got over with the crowd organically.
Hey, how great is Nonstop Player?
Oh, that Matt Chat question, stellar.
I can't wait. I'm hoping for more.
Oh, yeah.
Hoping for more of
yeah,
that, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It was exceptional.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, we got one more news story before our Raw preview.
Oh, my favorite time of the year, Raw preview.
Yeah.
52 times a year.
But first, is Jeff Cobb going to Ring of Honor?
I hope so.
No, at least not right now. But apparently, according to Fightful, that was the assumption after Meltzer mentioned that Cobb would be on a Ring of Honor show in Atlanta on July 21st. However,
he'd make a great Hates champion.
I like Jeff Cobb a lot.
All that power.
I like Jeff Cobb a lot.
Can you imagine him just ragdolling out of Mayhem in the ring? Just
Mayhem would find a way. Cobb took to Twitter to say that he had not signed a deal with Ring of Honor. But he also said that he would like to do more stuff with New Japan Pro Wrestling, which I think would be fantastic.
I hope the flipping world's his oyster. I'm not sure because I know those Lucha Underground contracts were kind of tricky.
Well, they just can't show up on American television during the duration of the contract.
Which would, if he's still under contract, which would preclude him from Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
And I believe, wouldn't that preclude, like, what about the Axis deal? Wouldn't that preclude him from being on Axis in New Japan?
I mean, he was. I don't know. Well, I feel like Lucha Underground's kind of softened on that a bit, on that particular term of the deal.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. That's
So,
true.
I mean, I think the idea is they don't want their talent going to WWE.
Yeah.
In between seasons.
I hate pop-ups so much.
But yeah, it'd be great if he did more work with New Japan. His match against Goto was pretty solid. And I'd love to see Jeff Cobb versus basically any of the top stars in New Japan Pro Wrestling. I think it'd be great.
Oh, I would prefer. Yeah, I would love him in New Japan. I think he's fantastic.
Mhm.
He's absolutely great.
Mm-hmm.
Hates champion Jeff Cobb. Boy, that has a great ring to it. Hates champion Jeff Cobb. Man, Possibilities endless. Sponsorships plentiful.
Don't discount Adam Mayhem. Time for our Raw preview.
Raw preview.
This, of course, is verbatim from WWE.com. This is some of the best writing that is happening in the world right now.
I mean, I'm a student of Dostoevsky, and
Don't think you've ever read any of his
this
books.
right here, oh man, you know,
This is up there. This is James Joyce-esque.
yeah, for sure, yeah.
The level of similes, metaphors,
Yeah.
allusions, analogies.
Did
off
the bard
charts.
himself write this?
Perhaps.
I wish to know.
Is it in what's the meter that Shakespeare?
Iambic pentameter.
Yes. Is it in that?
We'll find out right now with the Raw preview.
Isn't that the rhythm?
Will Brock Lesnar be stripped of the Universal Championship on Raw?
No.
Here it goes. Well, that's the Larson preview. Here's the Raw preview.
Oh yeah.
At WWE Extreme Rules, Raw General Manager Kurt Angle gave Brock Lesnar a clear ultimatum. Either show up on Raw tonight or agree to terms for a future Universal title match. Failure to comply will result in the Olympic gold medalist stripping him of his Universal title. Will the Beast choose to answer the call or lose Monday Night Raw's top title? Plus, Roman Reigns has claimed for some time that he is the, quote, uncrowned Universal Champion, end quote. How will Bobby Lashley's huge victory over the big dog play into the
They
equation?
should put an end to it. Because if Roman Reigns were Universal Champion, now Bobby Lashley would be Universal Champion. So,
Yeah.
I mean, Roman Reigns got to stop with all this
Failure
uncrowned
to
Universal
comply.
Champion business. Anyways, next is Braun Strowman finally finished with Kevin Owens. And one of the most stunning moments of this year's WWE Extreme Rules pay-per-view, Braun Strowman hurled Kevin Owens off the top of the steel cage and through a table below.
Ooh.
Though KO technically picked up the win. I mean, there's no technically about it. He won the match.
He actually did win the match.
Mr. Monster in the Bank once again took him completely apart. Heading into tonight's Raw, I kind of feel like this isn't as well written as previous ones. Heading into tonight's Raw, WWE.com has learned that Owens was taken to a local medical facility for evaluation, but regardless of his condition, has Strowman gotten Owens out of his system? Ooh. If so, who be the next unfortunate competitor? See, finally, this is good. If so, who be the next unfortunate competitor to suffer his unrelenting wrath? That's what I was waiting for.
They're referring to the competitor as unfortunate, not the situation for the competitor as unfortunate.
Well, I mean, based on the situation, I think the competitor would be unfortunate based on what Braun has done to previous competitors. I understand.
You know what I'm saying, though.
Yeah. But I think they're assigning an adjective to competitor that won't actually be true until after the program is finished.
Yeah. Once Braun is done with him, it'll be unfortunate.
Yes.
So, yeah, they're soothsaying here. Interesting.
Foreshadowing, Steve.
Yeah. Next up. You don't like soothsaying?
No, I mean in terms of
Fortune
writing.
telling.
No, I do.
Oh,
I'm
you're
saying
you're
in terms
just
of writing.
saying, you're adding on.
It's
Okay.
foreshadowing. I'm once again saying brilliant writing here from
it's
the digital
only the
staff
best.
here at WWE.com.
Only the best. Here we go. What chaos will ensue when the B team return to the red brand as Raw Tag Team Champions? Though it was something few thought they would ever see, the B team have done the seemingly impossible by capturing the Raw Tag Team Championship. Tonight on Raw, look for Woken Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt to find a way to cast the full power of the multiverse on the newly crowned title holders before they can even get out of the gate. In any event, now that Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel are on top, the WWE Universe is about to find out if the B actually stands for Busted Bubble.
Whoa, that'd actually be two B's.
Right, but they couldn't resist alliteration.
I know, alliteration, another hallmark of strong writing. Are the days numbered for the goddess of WWE? Ooh. Like her or loathe her, Alexa Bliss has emerged from WWE Extreme Rules, still your Raw Women's Champion, following a tremendous victory over Nia Jax in an Extreme Rules match, during which she also escaped the baddest woman on the planet. See, that feels like a run-on sentence. Mm-hmm. It's not strong writing.
No, it isn't.
With Ronda Rousey,
it doesn't just feel like it is.
Yeah, I know. With Ronda Rousey's Raw suspension not over until Wednesday, one might assume that Monday night will be all about Little Miss Bliss. Then again, there is nothing stopping the Irresistible Force or anyone else from trying to take a piece out of the goddess of the WWE. Then again, you have something to add?
Well, yeah, that's the second then again in two sentences.
True.
Just because there's an artificial paragraph, I feel like this is a lesser writer.
Yeah. And then again, after hopping the barricade and getting involved in the Raw Women's Championship bout, could the baddest woman on the planet be subject to further penalties from Raw General Manager Kurt Angle?
All right, here we go.
Our final entry.
Down to the home stretch here. Does the Architect have plans for Dolph Ziggler? Though Intercontinental Champion Dolph Ziggler and Seth Rollins left everything on the canvas in a brutal 30-minute WWE Iron Man match at WWE Extreme Rules, interference by Drew McIntyre during the opening moments of sudden death overtime left the show off with the win. Considering the look on Rollins' face during the closing moments of the pay-per-view, the odds are pretty high that he is not through with the title holder. With 5 weeks until SummerSlam, will he catch Ziggler in time for the biggest event of the summer? Or will another superstar step up to try and seize the workhorse title? That right there is
foreshadowing.
Foreshadowing again, exactly.
Interesting.
Wow.
Interesting.
So, sounds like it's going to be another standard Raw.
Yep.
Yeah.
Back to the Super Chats. Ronan Leonard, $2. I really hate how underused Finn is in WWE right now. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
he's not utilized
to
his fullest.
Trey Saunders, $2, says, Big Dog, Eggnog, Deadly Smog, Big Dog. Aiden Reniker, $5, says, he responds to Eternal Blue, says, there's a big difference between racist remarks and murder. Yeah, again, I'm not touching any of that one. Steve Howland, $5. I'm sorry, €5, 49 little euros, Euritos. Longtime viewer, first time super chatter. Thank you, Stevie Howland. He said, just wanted to say thanks for all the awesome content.
Your boy Will, $5. Wait, I'm going to see Jeff Cobb in Ring of Honor on Saturday. Sweet. I don't know if that was confirmed.
Christian 29D, slowest sports week of the year. PCA or nay? What does PC mean?
Think about it.
Well, no, see, I'm done with that. That's out of my head now. That argument has been settled.
Mm-hmm. Settled a long time ago.
Ghost, sorry, you're up, I think.
Oh, Ghost 1995, $5. Tag match. Who would win, the Usos or OG Bullet Club?
I mean, dude, how can you not go with,
Finn Balor, Bad Boy Tama Tonga. Sorry, Prince Devitt, sorry.
And Bad Luck Fale, right? Was that the original three?
Oh, Carl Anderson was there, too.
Carl Anderson was original, too, right?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Travis Dayton, $2. Who's better, Kevin Owens or Samoa Joe? Wow.
And they're both so good. It's kind of a wash. Just by virtue of the fact that Samoa Joe's monologues feel, Tarantino-esque, I might give him the edge. Mm-hmm. You can't go wrong with either one.
Yeah, Kevin Owens adds a bit of comedy to the proceedings.
True.
Joe brings a lot of gravitas.
Yeah.
Richard Cranium, $5. This live stream needs more dinosaurs.
It's just around the corner over there.
Yep.
The whole village of dinosaurs. Kai Highwell, £2. He says, finally, I'm a real patron. Nice. Thank you very much, Guy. Christian 29D, $2. Power Rank Mid-Year Awards. Is Gargano current wrestler of the year?
It's got to be up there. He's a contender.
Him? I mean, Kenny Omega won the IWGP Championship.
Yeah. In one of, if not the greatest match of all time.
Yeah.
But then Gargano's had 2 5-star matches this year.
True. Man. I don't know. A lot of people.
1A, 1B. We can declare it a tie.
All right.
There's still half a year left.
It's fine with me.
Julian Morris, $2. Is Larson ill? Backing top notch in Mayhem. #sick. I know championship material when I see it.
He says you might be in some sort of fever dream, some sort of fever-induced.
No.
Something's wrong.
Nothing but clarity up here.
What's your temperature? 109, 110? Your brain starts to get fried.
Actually, it's lower than that.
Yeah. Yeah. Not good.
It's like 106.
Oh, no. Not good for you.
No, my temperature actually run a little cool, below 98.6. I'm fine, man.
Tim Burton, hopefully the acclaimed movie director.
Oh, that'd be something
Tim
else.
Burton, £5. Larson, WWE pre-show, yay or nay?
If I can catch it, I try to, yeah, because there's matches on there.
Yeah, I always want to. I always want to get here earlier than I do, and that's just life. That's how it works. Anyways, let's answer some questions.
Yeah, you want to go to the Twitters.
A little more time. A little bit more time to answer questions.
Yeah.
We make time. All right, here we go. What the heck is this? Flint asks if we can we see Baron Corbin versus Tim Storm now, just for this move, and it's Tim Storm dropping what looks kind of like an end of days, like a deep six kind of.
Oh yeah,
on Bison Braddock.
Oh,
Bison Braddock. Let's see here. Jova. Ooh, if you were to make a going in Raw mid card, let's say H titles top.
Yeah.
A mid card and tag titles. What would we name them?
Ooh.
Boy, I mean, that's the kind of thing. That's not really an on the spot type question.
No.
I feel like we would need a lot of time for that.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Who is, like, in your estimation, like the preeminent? Oh, how about this? If we're going, say, like, who's one of the most distinguished mid-card wrestlers?
Rick Rude.
I was going to say Mr. Perfect.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The Perfect Championship.
Perfect Championship.
Yeah.
Doesn't that just inherently sound like a top title?
Or what, just in this WWE.com preview for Raw, what do they call the Intercontinental title? The Workhorse title.
Oh, the Workhorse title. Yeah, I like that. That's not bad.
All right.
The Workhorse title.
There you go.
Yeah.
What about tag titles? First of all, I want to be trios.
Okay.
Trios titles.
That's cool. But given that we don't have our own promotion, would it be difficult, or we would just like if we went to a different promotion that doesn't have trios titles, we would just have them freebird it?
Okay.
Is that what your supposition
I don't
is?
know. I guess so.
Like, what would they do?
I mean, I've literally hadn't thought about this question
2
being
minutes
asked to
ago.
us. Yeah, so I'm just thinking of a name for the belt. I'm not thinking about particulars of how the titles will be defended. That's not the question.
Yeah, okay.
Who would we name them after?
Well, how about this? Given that you're saying they should be trios titles, but they're going to have to be freebird ruled, what about we call them the freebird title?
All right.
And then they can always come out to freebird.
Bad Street USA.
No.
Freebird.
Freebird.
All right.
I'm as free as a bird.
I know how the song goes.
Let's see here.
Oh, dang MQ with the Powers of Darkness Championship.
Powers of Darkness. That sounds like a top title. We need something that sounds mid card.
Next.
Jeremy Salinas. This is a good question. I've heard people complain about all of Roman's Superman punches. My question is, what is the difference between that and all of Kenny Omega's V triggers? They both do the move several times in a match, so why don't people seem to have a problem with all the V triggers? I think you're misunderstanding the problem people have with the Superman punch. It's not the wealth of them that he does.
Is that they don't look like they do anything.
They don't look cool.
No.
And the V trigger is like one of the coolest looking knees because, man, people sell the crap out of it.
Yeah.
And he slaps his knee or whatever he does.
Yeah, his thigh.
Makes it sound great. It's just a really cool looking move. It's not the number of times that they do
No,
it.
it's how effective it is in putting over the idea that there's a real fight happening.
Yeah.
Wrestle Dude here in chat says he's got a great question for us today, but it must be on there.
Oh. He probably just should have put it in the chat.
Too late now.
I guess so. Yeah, I don't see it anywhere. But then I got a lot.
All right. Well, Wrestle Dude, ask your question in chat here. Oh, Gary Smith, $2. Top-notch trios titles.
Oh, I kind of like that. The Meatloaf Championship.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah, I like taking it from like something we've done. So the mid card title is definitely because Meatloaf is kind of a mid card meal. You don't go to like Outback for a meatloaf.
No.
You go to Outback.
You know what you're gonna
for the
get.
main event.
You know what you're
Steak.
gonna get. You know what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
With meatloaf generally.
Generally, yeah.
Undead Menace 21 $2. Undisputed Era versus OG Bullet Club. Who goes over? It's gotta be OG Bullet Club.
No, man. Undisputed Era. Give me a break. I'm sorry, man, but anytime I get the question, Undisputed Era versus blank.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Undisputed Era.
Jeffrey Nguyen says Kyle O'Reilly air guitar title.
Again, I feel like that's sort of
Top title.
Yeah, that's a top title right there.
Yeah.
Meatloaf. It's just a Meatloaf title.
Ooh, Matthew Williams is a good point. Meatloaf champion has to also make a meatloaf.
Or consume one.
Both. Make it, then consume
Yeah.
it. Make it before the match. Whoever wins the match gets to consume meatloaf and either retain or win the meatloaf championship.
Thomas Speller says, Steve, where have you been in London? Where did you eat when you were there? I went to London for my honeymoon with my wife. And I don't know, we went all over the place. I honestly don't remember. We just used to stop in, we would just stop in at pubs and have the local food. That's, I think, the way to do it, man,
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember. We went all over the place. We did all a bunch of London touristy stuff, but then we also just kicked around a bunch. It was years ago. I don't remember. However, I will say this. There is a pub in the Bedfordshire area, I think, called the Fox and the Hound, I think. They used to have tremendous jacket potatoes, of all things, like which you wouldn't really think. But holy crap, I don't know how they were growing these things, but they were massive.
Oh, yeah, you told me about
back
that.
in like 1986.
Yeah.
They were huge. My family used to go there when I was a kid. I used to live in England. And they would just load it up with like Monterey Jack and ham and corn. And
that's still how you prefer your baked potatoes.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't do it very often because they're so indulgent.
Yeah.
But man, it was so good. And according to my dad, though, like, you don't have to go there because they don't do that anymore.
No.
They don't sell that anymore.
That's a bummer. Maybe they lost their giant potato supplier. The Wrestle Dude, this is his question. If your wives were to wrestle on WWE, what dream matches do you want to see? By the way, I really like the new shirt.
Oh, thank you.
Steve did a great job.
Thank you.
So if our wives were wrestlers,
Yeah.
dream matches.
I mean, I feel like Lacey would, just her general nature is anything the boys do, I can do better. She would be an intergender fighter. So Lacey versus, like if Ciampa was going around doing the stuff he does to Johnny Gargano to me, she wouldn't be sitting there like Candace is, like, oh dear. She would be taking the fight to
Yeah, she'd
Ciampa.
take a chair to him.
So I would say Lacey versus Ciampa.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know my wife she's a fan of Becky Lynch.
Oh, okay.
So I'll say that. Becky
Okay,
Lynch.
There you go. Or she could tag with Becky Lynch to be new women's tag team champions. There you go.
Gary Smith, $2. Meatloaf title defended in eating contests only. Be like the Glutton Bowl.
Well, it's not a comedy title.
It's called the Meatloaf Championship. The potential is there for it to be a comedy title, Steve.
This is a very serious title. Blood was spilled over that title, if I recall correctly. Wasn't like
Probably.
AK's.
Oh, yeah.
Thomas Speller has a question here, but I'm going to flip it on him, actually. He says, what karaoke songs would you choose for each other to sing? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to ask you this. If you had the option to choose one wrestling. I know what you're going to say. It's going to be annoying. One wrestling theme to sing in karaoke. What would you
It's
sing?
the perfect one. It's Kaze
Oh,
Ninare.
God, shut up with that.
It's a great song.
It'd take you forever to learn it.
I know the melody.
Yeah, but you need to know the words, man.
Well, the words are on the screen.
I mean, you would need to know Japanese.
No. I can learn. I'll learn.
Well, it's a good learning experience.
Exactly.
It's a good learning
Some of the lyrics are in English at the end. Have you ever listened to the whole song?
No.
If you had, you'd known that.
Well.
Good luck with that. $3. I live in Australia, so Super Showdown, yay or nay?
Oh, yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. What time is it going to be here? Do we know?
Or it's be like New Japan time, like 1 in the morning or something like that.
Are we going to live stream that shit?
Of course.
Hell yeah.
You didn't answer for yourself. One wrestling theme you would do a karaoke.
Oh, wow. Yeah, right. How do I not choose Kane's?
No, that's good.
The wonder of the world is gone and know for sure. Or Baron Corbin's new theme song.
You're coming around on that, huh?
Or Prince Devitt's. Real Rock.
There you
Real
go.
Rock.
Karen offered to translate Kaze Ninare for me. Thank you very much,
All
Karen.
right, Karen, you're coming out then. Foxy Fox. Hey there, guys. With Steve doing his Four Lights podcast, which came back this weekend, by the way, as did Ask Stephen Lacey at youtube.com/Friendoville.
Yeah, there might be a sneaker vlog later this week, too.
He
I'm going to try to
mentions
shoot
that.
it today.
And with Larson doing his sneaker vlog, will they pull you away from going in Raw if the solo projects become as successful as your baby? Let's get over the comedic aspect of that question. No, I would think not.
No.
I don't think there's as much of an audience. I mean, look, here's the thing about the Friendoville channel. I want it to be a space for you and I
Just do what you want to do.
to express ourselves creatively. I mean, it's not the Four Lights. Look, if me and Jeff, if that ever took off somehow, that would be awesome. I am simply doing it as a way for me to connect with one of my best friends, Jeff, on a regular basis, We always got such a kick out of talking about Star Trek. This sort of formalizes that into a podcast, and it's a lot of fun for us to do. And if, on the side, like if we start making shirts on that and we start making a little bit of money off that, great, awesome, that's fantastic. But this is already an established juggernaut of a podcast in our lives, anyways.
Oh yeah.
So I don't see that happening anytime soon.
No.
But if Friendoville, I want it to be whatever we want to do to have fun and exercise our creative muscles. That's what it's
exactly. Daniel Hamilton, $2. Unlikely entrance theme for a badass that works. Oh, it's Kaze Nina Ray.
Yeah, that's good. But think outside the like non-wrestling themes. Like, what's an unlikely one? So I think ABBA's Dancing Queen could be really good for a badass.
Oh, okay.
Because it's kind of got like you can be sinister and be. It's like, wow, that's weird.
Well,
that guy's gonna mess me up.
Read the lyrics. It's not a happy song.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
The song about someone going to the dance floor to escape the troubles of their life.
Life. Yeah. It's kind of like the Escape, the Pina Colada song.
Yeah, we actually read the lyrics.
We actually watched that video. We watch it like literally every day.
Yeah.
And there's like a version with like the Rupert
it's like
Holmes.
annotated with lyrics, yeah. and you see
annotated.
the lyrics, and it's like there's a guy who sees a personal ad, is intrigued by it, posts one of his own. They agree to meet. It's his wife. They set up to cheat on each other with each other.
Yeah.
And then this part doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It's like their relationship now is reborn because of that. Because apparently through these personal ads, they've discovered new things about each other.
Yeah.
Apparently they like pina coladas.
You're right, and making love at midnight or after
At on the dunes of the Cape.
Yeah, which I still don't get.
I think it's Cape Cod.
You're probably right. Yeah, but the very first line is something like, "I don't like my woman." It's like, "I hate my wife." That's the first line of the song.
It's weird because it sounds like such a chill song.
Oh, it's the most chill song. That's why Joey Ryan comes out to.
Yep. Your boy Will, $2, the new Jack Scaffold Match Championship.
Oh, no, I would never do that.
Alan Davis, $5. Hello, friendos. If Kenny Omega joined WWE, who would you like to see him feud with, and who do you think Vince would actually put him with? He'll put him with Dolph. Just give us Kenny. Just give us Kenny and AJ immediately.
Yeah,
that's what everybody
launch
wants.
into it. I maintain that they used to do it so perfectly when they'd bring in somebody new. They'd put him in some sort of main event tease sort of area and then drop him down after that.
Ooh.
Start him strong in the main event and then drop him down.
Listen to this. Careless Whisper by Wham for Samoa Joe.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, that's good. I like that.
That's really good.
All right. Anyways, I think it's time. I think we've done enough today. We've done enough damage to the minds of the youth. Anyways, Hilton, can you do me a big favor and turn on that music? Hey. Come on, turn on music. Thank you, Hilton.
Oh, hold on. One more super chat. Joe Juarez, $2. Rated tag team of Chill, Roman, and Vacation Okada. Might be the best tag team of all time.
Yeah, that's got to be the best tag team of all time. All right, that's it for the show. Thanks so much for tuning in. Until next time, talk to you guys later.
Bye.
You like pina coladas?